I don't want to make a video today. I'm tired. For the second night in a row, I woke up at 4 a.m. and I didn't get back to sleep. If I get out of bed at 4, that's when the bad thoughts come. The self-doubt, the fear, the anger, the frustration, all the stuff about like why don't I make this easier on myself? Oh, that's probably why I woke up in the first place. So I scroll and I stop myself from scrolling and I read. I definitely don't want to make a video about tech today, but that's why people come to my channel. Apparently, that's my niche. And no, it's not, nor should it ever be pronounced, niche. Niche is not a word. Well, I mean, maybe it's a word, but it's like colloquial. It's niche. Okay. I'm writing this in Apple Notes. Here's your tech content. I'm writing this in Apple Notes, just like I write everything in Apple Notes. I wrote this in Apple Notes, just like I write everything else in Apple Notes, except for novels, which I write in Scrivener. So that's your tech content for today. But I've been making videos about tech for about 10 years, more than 10 years now. And I've been doing it as my job for more than 5 years now. In June, it'll be 6 years. Sometimes I get excited to talk about tech. And sometimes I honestly couldn't care less. And I want to talk about something else. But the how-to YouTube people say that you shouldn't do that. You got to stay in your niche. The riches are in the niches. That must be the problem. I'm not rich. Stay in your lane, they say. Don't confuse the audience. Don't confuse the algorithm. They make a lot of money. No, they don't. Maybe they do. Maybe no one's going to watch this. Thanks, YouTube algorithm. I blame you. I don't want to make a video today, but I'm doing it anyway because I committed myself to making videos, just like I committed myself to being a songwriter when I was younger, and then a writer and a teacher and all these other things that I've committed myself to doing. Making videos is my job, but it's not just a job. Jobs are usually easier than this and better hours with better pay and benefits. I don't know how many jobs I've had. More than 20? Less than 40? Probably. Since I was 12 and I delivered newspapers and then on from there. I know how many times I've been fired, though. 4. Once on my birthday, right after I moved to New York City. Once on my birthday, once after I got married, once after my daughter was born, and once I convinced the people that I worked for 6 years as a proofreader to eliminate my position and lay me off. I mean, it was going to happen anyway. I just chose the moment. This was not long after 9/11. We lived in New York City during 9/11, and I was fucked up. Everyone was fucked up. A city of 8 million people fucked up. Country of 300 something million people fucked up. Just look around. Don't get it twisted, as the kids say. We are still fucked up. Anyway, they gave me a $3,000 severance check, and I bought 2 microphones, a digital multi-track recording box that was gold. Good. It was gold, and a pair of Sony MDR7506 headphones. So there's some more tech content for you. So I went home, and I wrote songs for 9 months. Like 30, 40, maybe 50 songs. I went down to the basement every day in my little closet that I set up as a studio, and I wrote songs. It's a good story. I'll tell you. I can tell you the whole story sometime, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to make a video today, but I am making one. I watch a lot of productivity YouTubers when I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing and no idea what I should do next, which is often. Every single one of them makes me feel like shit. Their videos are so well shot, and they're so clean, and their hair is so well coiffed, and they're so successful, and they talk about the money and all that stuff. I don't know what I expect from them, honestly. They're not telling me anything I don't know. A lot of them are trying to sell me something, a system, a guide, a lifestyle, but ultimately nothing they have to say is going to work. It's just not gonna. Sorry, YouTubers who are trying to sell stuff. Not going to work. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. For me, it doesn't work. Watching them is one way that I waste time. When I had a real job, I called that the purposeful walk. Like I was going someplace, I had something to do, so don't stop me and talk to me because I was just walking around. Busy work, unproductive stuff you do to make yourself and other people feel like you're actually doing something. As a YouTuber, I rearrange my studio a lot. And that's my purposeful walk in YouTube. No $5,000 guru course or $50 PDF is going to get me out of my own way to start getting shit done. So today I woke up and I most definitely did not want to make a video, but I am. I didn't want my first novel to take 8 years to write, but it did. And the only way I got that done was by putting my ass in the chair, alone in a room, every freaking day, not just for 8 years, for more like 10 years, where I was just figuring out how to be a writer. Put my butt in the chair. Here's a secret about writing a novel that I think applies to just about everything in life. You can go to school and learn, you can read books and learn everything that everyone knows about how to write a novel. You can study it all. You can write 100 short stories. You could write so many things, but only writing a novel teaches you how to write a novel. And it's probably the same thing for other stuff, but the novel particularly was one of those things where I realized I have no idea what I'm doing and nobody can tell me how to do it. And I've learned over the years that each novel is actually different, just like kids are different. When you have more than one kid, each one of them, you have to raise them differently. They need different things. And, you want to give it to them because they're your babies. Novels are the same thing. You have to learn everything all over again. You can learn stuff along the way, and maybe it gets easier as time goes on. The key to learning how to do this stuff is doing it. And not just in the moment living because it's like your life and you're doing a thing. I don't know why I've been compelled for 35 plus years to do this stuff, but part of it is that I feel most myself in the moment where something comes out of me and becomes a thing that goes into the world. Part of it is because I'm not a religious person, but creativity and the way that I do these things and the things that I've had to learn in doing them has become like my own personal religion. I am my own personal Jesus, perhaps. Over the years, you learn the peaks and the pitfalls of getting your ass in the chair and doing the work. What works for me might work for you, it might not. What works for me isn't always the same. But that's not the point. What works for a guru selling you a course might teach you a few things, but it's not going to help you learn how to do it for yourself. The only real commitment you have to do any of this stuff is commitment. And putting your ass in the chair is the point. I didn't want to make a video today, but I put my ass in the chair, and I did.